Alright, so we're having some significant issues being able to run EAs WRC. So first off, taking a look, AMD Ryzen 5, well, yeah, we have the Ryzen 5, it's a 3400G. We surpassed the minimum requirements. The same with our GPU, we're running a GTX 1650, we're past the minimum requirements. No, unfortunately, we do not meet our recommended requirements. We have it installed on an SSD to help deal with some of this memory that gets cached so we can have a little extra stuff. I have a memory optimizer in the task scheduler that I'll link down below if you want to set up your own empty standby list thing yourself. Yeah, that'll probably take a couple of minutes, but it will help free up a lot of our cache memory, so we'll have plenty to be able to use. We've done the DISM, the SFC scan. Every driver is up to date. Everything possible has been updated. Yet we are still suffering. Alright, so then our options settings. We're running 1920 by 1080, full screen borderless, is highly recommended. The anti-aliasing quality and anisotropic filtering don't seem to have that much of an impact on the performance or the frame rate. It doesn't matter what I set these to, there's no significant impact. It doesn't make it crash less, it doesn't make it stutter less, that affects nothing. The upscaler for me is a pretty big performance hit. It's not great. It helps to, before every stage, before the lights, before pulling the handbrake or doing anything, to turn VSync off, back out of this menu, and then turn it back on, and then begin the rally, and it helps some stability about half the time. In our advanced graphics, we have basically everything on super ultra low. The trees, ground covering, dynamic objects don't seem to have much of a performance impact, but it's a very big impact on how it looks. The particles have a pretty big impact, as well as fog. For me, huge lag, very big performance drops. Shadows aren't great either. We can afford putting in a lower medium and it's okay. Car reflections and the post-processing quality seem to have a lot more of an impact. The mirrors, big impact. Skid marks, I don't think it really affects things that much. And having the track and textures, I could put these on ultra actually, and there's no real significant performance impact. We gained like 5 or 10 frames having them on high instead of ultra. It's the shaders are really the big thing. It seems if I have this any higher than medium, it is unplayable. And it crashes very often, stutters way more often. It almost seems to need to be on low or ultra low to usually work alright. So what's the point of all this? What am I getting at here, you may be asking? I really enjoy this, and I really want to be able to play this. I want to be able to play it more, but it's very difficult with where things are at right now, so I guess I'm looking for any amount of input, assistance, advice on what you guys do to have this run a little more stably, or if it really is just coming down to I need better hardware, or if this is all on EA, or if there's something else entirely I've overlooked or missed that was a critical step that people are doing that helps a lot outside of the game, outside of the DISM, SFC, task scheduler, blah blah blah. If anyone has any advice, I would really appreciate and love to hear about it. If anything I just showed you helped you any, awesome. I'm very glad to have helped your issues. So thank you very much for joining me.